Nam yo ho ninge ko 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 nam yo ho ninge.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the website where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply it to the problems of everyday life. If you look at the 9th level of consciousness in Buddhism, that's the level of consciousness that's in all things. That level embodies the generative, intelligent power of the universe, and we're one with it. That sounds really esoteric until you look into someone's eyes and see consciousness there. The animals have it, the plants have it, insects have it. Buddhism describes it as though we're a single wave arising out of the ocean, and simultaneously we're one with the ocean and have the same qualities. That intelligence, that consciousness within all things is in us as well. But we're different from other species on the planet. The other species are all comfortable in their environment and they operate by instinct within it. Man's been given a different sort of mind. We're not comfortable in our environment. We must create it, and we do that by default or by design every moment of every day. So, how do we create our environment? Through the way we think. President Ikeda has given important indicators on the power of thought into faith, into action. He says, quote, "One thing is certain, the power of belief, the power of thought will move reality in the direction of our belief." And then he says, quote, "In accordance with the principle of 3,000 realms in a moment of life, pessimistic thoughts or feelings take form just as they are in reality, producing negative results." People who have negative thoughts create effects for themselves that perfectly match their thinking. So it's important to be optimistic, because obviously that principle works for optimism as well. Now, we know that everything is created twice. First in thought, and then in the material world. Think, how does an architect build a house? First, he or she has the vision of the finished house, and then it's put into blueprints, and then finally the concrete house is built. Now, at some level, we all know this, but we don't really understand the power of it and what it means for the rest of our lives. What I'm saying to you is that your future is in your hands. Now, people's lives sometimes work and sometimes don't, because they don't realize the power of this. So let's examine it a little further. Let's say you have a goal and you chant about it, but then you keep doubting that that goal can happen. What are you projecting to the universe? I want this, but I don't believe I can have it. Not surprising that a muddled, mixed response comes back, because the universe is mirroring our thoughts back to us. Or we have a conflict. I want this job, but I really want to keep my options open. What are we saying? Now, we need to believe that what we want is ours the moment we asked. If you ordered something from a website online, wouldn't you expect it to arrive? That's the kind of belief and expectation you need to have. Once you can truly believe that you have it now, then it can appear. But if you keep noticing that you don't have it yet, this is what you're projecting to the universe, that you don't have it yet. So guess what you're creating? You don't have it yet, and that's what appears in your life. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. The hardest part of the process is to trust the invisible, what we can't see. We have to stop looking to our circumstances and instead trust our relationship with the universe. And that's the big shift. It takes practice. For most of us, a good part of the time, we aren't even aware of what we're thinking. Thoughts are subtle. They flit in and out quietly. But they also control our feelings. Fortunately, our feelings are more noticeable. If you find you aren't feeling good, you're not projecting positive thoughts to the universe. When you feel wonderful, then you're on the wavelength that's going to produce good things. So from time to time, check in. Just notice how you're feeling. When you start to pay attention to your feelings, they become a feedback mechanism, which will let you know how you're thinking. Now, you might be asking, why am I talking to you about this? This is why. Because, as Ikeda says, quote, understanding the subtle workings of one's mind is the key to faith and to attaining Buddhahood in this lifetime. This is from the Clear Mirror Guidance.